is going on, everybody? It is Edison's HeartGold Nuzlocke live stream training, and I've got my buddy with me hanging out with me on Skype. It's Dylan, Pokemon Master 212. Say hi, Dylan.
How's it going, everybody?
And we're just doing, usual super low-key live stream training because I got some low-level dudes that need to get high-level, and this is the way we're gonna do it. So
I see you have an Eevee in your team.
I do. I have you on my team.
You?
I have you. I've got you, babe.
Is there a backstory to you?
Yes. Well, I have not yet named you. So I was letting you name you, or at least let the viewers have a chance to do a vote. I still have to decide. The problem is I don't know exactly what I'm going to evolve you into. Is part of the problem.
For me, it would, if I had the choice, I wouldn't evolve Eevee at all.
You just keep it as an Eevee?
Yeah, because Eevee in itself is actually very powerful.
Really?
It is. If Eevee has the adaptability, and you have return, it does more damage than you can comprehend.
Really?
Yeah,
that's an interesting possibility.
That is the thing about Eevee that is very underestimated.
I never really thought about that. That'd be pretty unique, though, because you always think of Eevee as just being, something you evolve into any number of different things, but never really thought about not evolving Eevee. That's interesting. I might have to keep that.
Eevee is very powerful, especially since it can learn like Iron Tail, Shadow Ball, and Dig.
That's right.
But return is like its number one thing, unless you're up against a Ghost type, which is
right. Obviously, against a Ghost type, it wouldn't do so good. That's actually a really unique idea, though. I like that. Wait, this is the gym. That's not where I want to go. Walking into the gym. Hey guys, can I heal my Pokemon here? Oh wait.
Yeah, or the gym leader's like, yeah, you can heal your Pokemon after I beat you.
No! Oh, geez, that'd be awful. I mean, that's the kind of thing that would happen to me, but... So I am training up an entirely new team. I put all of my team I've been using, just went into the box, and I'm training up a whole new crew of people.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty crazy.
Got to get some backups and whatnot.
Yeah, well, and also, it's just like, I looked at my team, and most all of them, like, the 6 Pokemon in my team were pretty much the 6 Pokemon that I started, like, the first 6 Pokemon I got, more or less. Like, not exactly, but for the most part, I'm going to turn off my battle animations after this, but for the most part, it was the team, like, the first team I got. So it wasn't really like that, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of diversity, I wanted to mix it up. I wanted to do some different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And I have to give you credit real fast on your border for your screen, in that you decided to not make the screen of your game 1/4 the size of the entire viewable screen.
Oh yeah?
Because I have seen some Nuzlocke playthroughs on YouTube where literally the gameplay screen was smaller than the border surrounding it, and I was like, well, that's not annoying at all.
Oh, that does sound pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like I like the border and all, but you kind of go a little bit too much.
You kind of showed up here to watch the game, not stare at the border.
Yeah.
I did have a bit of a challenge, though, trying to figure out how to fit everything I wanted on this border. Because I wanted a face cam, I wanted top and bottom screens, and I wanted the team and all that stuff. So I was like, how do I fit all that and make it still look nice?
For me, I'm just kind of a minimalist. I like doing a lot of video editing and stuff, but I like to keep it simple, just so it's not so distracting. Yeah, and that is very true, and I
definitely could have that concern too, because I mean, there's a lot going on,
yeah.
But I really wanted to have. I kind of this time went for a more visually active layout.
Yeah.
And I think it works pretty good. My favorite thing is I love how I have the badges, like the image of the badges on the bottom. I think that's just like really cool.
Yeah.
That's fun for me. Oh, cool.
Some opacity and some outlines.
Yeah, a Freak Clan's there. What's up, a Freak Clan? And Ollie's hashtag Team Chalk. Very nice.
Team Chalk.
Team Chalk, because Chalk is my my slowpoke. Which I think it was Ollie who came up with the name Chalk, which I really liked. I can't remember exactly what the meaning was, but it had a really cool meaning. Alright, I think I'm going to start journeying back, because these folks are... The wild Pokemon here are just a little too strong to comfortably handle.
Especially for those low levels.
Right. Now, I don't know if I fought all these trainers. That's a thing, actually. I don't think I fought... Okay.
On the topic of grinding, in the new Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which have you played yet?
I have not. I have not actually seen anything of it yet, other than... Like, I know I saw you posting on Twitter about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I was doing my whole playthrough of the game, I was, like, posting about certain parts of it and stuff, and what I thought, but my general thoughts on that game in terms of grinding is that the game will never let you grind.
Oh?
The game, like... Have you ever played Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword?
I haven't, actually. That's one of the ones I haven't played.
Well, in Skyward Sword, you're, whoever that one, blue lady is, she, like, would nag you all the time, like, oh, you can't go here, you can't do that. That's basically Super Mystery Dungeon in a nutshell. Your partner is always like, no, we gotta go do this.
Oh.
You can't go grind, we gotta go do this. And that's the one thing that annoyed me about the game, was that it wouldn't let you train. Not that you needed to, but...
Right. That is interesting.
But again, you didn't really need to grind in that game, because I got to the final boss, level 28, and I still beat it, no problem. And I say it because I'm not going to say what, but yeah.
Right. Now, I switched out my party a little bit here, because I don't think I fought all these trainers. So there's a chance, as I'm getting back to where there's some weaker wild Pokemon to fight, that I might encounter some trouble. So I didn't want to, like... I didn't want to accidentally encounter a trainer with a team of all underlevel people and then just have this new party I just got be,
completely wiped out.
Completely wiped out. That would have defeated the entire purpose. So, for the record, that's what's going on here, is I just switched out two of my classics, and I'm thinking, let's just see what kind of levels we're dealing with down here?
Especially with my favorite Pokemon in your team so far.
Oh yeah, which one's that?
Eevee.
Eevee, that's right. Level 15. This is still kind of higher level than I'm up for at the moment.
Eevee is boss.
Eevee, I know, and Eevee plays a big role in your game, doesn't it?
It is. It even talks.
That's cool. I remember, because I read the script, like the dialogue and all that for the beginning of that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Kind of a sassy Eevee at that.
I think mine, I don't know if my Eevee's sassy, but I know a lot of my Pokemon in this are, like, personality-wise, are, like, sassy or similar things like that.
Giving you the sass.
Giving me the sass. Sassafras. Alright, I'm gonna try and get through this stuff. Also, for the record, if anyone is expecting my layout to automatically change when like, if anyone evolves or something, it's not going to happen at the moment. Because there is a way I can do live changes to the layout, but I don't really feel like doing that for the live stream, so...
It's pretty simple, actually. You just keep alternating between the image's brightness to white, keep oscillating that color, and then when it evolves, it changes its form. It's a pretty neat effect.
That's cool. Oh, I found a Hyper Potion. Nice.
Because I see that done a lot in other Nuzlocke playthroughs that I watch, especially one by Pro... Oh, you missed an item back there.
Yeah, I grabbed that.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing like 10, 20 seconds behind.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of Nuzlocke playthroughs, they like to do a lot of those fancy effects and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I do stuff like that for when I'm doing my regular videos. I make it change, but not for live. I can make it change. I just have to like update the image and then it'll automatically change, but not really worth it at the moment, I don't think. Now this might be a great place to train. Yeah, level 10 Caterpie.
Oh, those images. I miss seeing the artwork whenever you go into a new area.
I know, it's so nice. So nice. Okay, so this, I think I'm going to train here at the National Park. I'm just going to get my whole new party out, and this is where I'm going to do my training, because they're bug Pokemon, pretty easy to take down. Around level 10-ish. Should be a good spot. Should be a good spot. See, a Freak Clan says, "Hey, Edison, are you excited to see Cloud come to Smash Bros?" We've actually, Dylan and I have talked at decent length about Cloud in Smash Bros. I am excited. Like, I have not yet bought any DLCs for Smash, but I will probably buy Cloud.
He does seem pretty fun, but it's still kind of like, if Cloud is possible in Smash, then anything is possible, even Shrek.
Right. Like, I don't know. Want you.
Yes.
I am excited. I think it will be fun because I like Cloud. Cloud's cool, but it's just like it's so out of left field.
Yeah.
So out of left field. But I mean, I guess that's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing in the world either. Okay, are my Pokemon all healed up?
Yeah. Good. I wanted to mention one other thing. So that Liquid Crystal Bro Up playthrough.
Yes.
Looking forward to doing something like that because I've been trying to have an excuse to actually play through Liquid Crystal all the way.
Nice. Have you started a few times?
Yeah, I've started a few times, but that game is hard.
Is it? Oh man, I'm excited. So for any of you who don't know, who weren't watching, sometimes I do streams hanging out with Dylan while Dylan here is making a Pokemon fan game, and it's a really cool one, and he does live streams while he works on it. And occasionally I'm like a guest star that he has join in. And we were talking over there about him and I doing a co-op playthrough of this fan game, Pokemon Liquid Crystal, which is kind of like a even harder remake of Pokemon Crystal. Which,
in Fire Red Leaf Green graphics.
In Fire Red Leaf Green graphics, right. So, we're thinking about we actually want to do like a marathon, not a 24-hour stream, but we do want to do like a long stream of us playing it. Like, we're thinking like maybe 8 hours or something like that. 6 to 8 hours for a stream to do, which, that could be fun, a fun event,
Yeah, and we could like continue those sessions on a later date.
Yep, do it as like a series of long live events, which could be good. But yeah, so we're thinking about doing that, which I think would be really fun. I haven't done a co-op like Pokemon game in quite a while. I think the last one I did was the Sleep Lock or the Sleep Versus with everybody, which was fun. But that was kind of a while ago, and I'm itching to do another.
It is certainly fun to do. I've done it about a couple times, but the few times that I have done it, it's really fun.
Yeah, it is cool. It'll be really neat, really neat, and we want to do it as a live stream, which would be more fun, and then we'll put recordings and such up on our respective channels, which would be really fun. Yeah. It would be kind of cool because I'm doing a HeartGold right now, so Liquid Crystal will be in the same region, right? It's still all Johto stuff.
Yep, it's Johto Kanto.
But it's harder, which is going to be really fun.
Significantly harder.
So, that's going to be a challenge. And we're doing it as a Nuzlocke, right?
Yep, Nuzlocke co-op.
Oh, God. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm struggling with regular, easier Nuzlockes, but doing an extra hard game Nuzlocke is going to be intense. Because actually, I'm doing pretty good in this one. Like, I've got 4 badges, only 1 death. I think I'm getting a little bit better now, which is good.
I have to say though, this is probably the most intense tackle fest against a Metapod I've ever seen.
I know, this is intense. Trying to take on a Metapod that's higher level than you. I probably would actually be faster to switch it out, but now it's personal.
Yeah, you could wait for phone calls and use that as an opportunity to get some good trainer EXP.
There you go, that's an option, yeah. Ooh, Ollie's Sandshoe's evolving. Neat! Yeah, she's doing a, I think it's SoulSilver you've got. Is that right, Ollie? Is SoulSilver you're playing, or is it HeartGold? But she's doing a Nuzlocke also, and training up some new friends. Let's see. Against this thing, let's... I feel like Frous is going to kind of be... Since Frous is the highest level of this alternate team, I'm going to do probably a lot of switch training with her.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be fun.
There's one thing you have. There's one thing you're going to do. Have you used your Shadow Ball TM by chance?
I have not used any TMs yet. So that's still open.
Because I was going to recommend, if you plan on keeping Eevee as an Eevee, to give Shadow Ball to Eevee because it makes it very versatile.
That sounds like that could be really good. And it could learn Iron Tail too, you said?
Iron Tail, Dig,
Ow.
Let's see, they can learn, for a Pokemon that's just meant to evolve into other Pokemon, it can learn quite a few good moves.
That's actually really kind of cool.
Also Flail, but Flail you can't get unless you breed it, and that's not generally allowed in Nuzlocke, I don't think.
Right, not usually. Let's see if Osiris can handle this thing. Osiris!
Because, admittedly, for a period of time when I was playing Black and White competitively, I had my Eevee specifically bred to be a Flail Pokemon. And what would happen is that, since every single Pokemon I'd be up against could generally one-hit my Eevee anyways, I'd use Endure or have a Focus Sash on it, and have it 1 HP, and then Flail and instantly knock out any Pokemon. It was amazing.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
It was very effective until there would be a Pokemon with, like, Quick Attack or something like that and knock me out and make me cry.
Yeah. Have you ever seen, I'm sure you have, but still one of my favorite things just of all time was, I switched to Hepit.
Magikarp versus Arceus's?
Yup. No, not Magikarp versus, but my brother's versus Untouchable fight.
Oh, yes, I remember that. I remember watching that years ago.
Yeah, when he did the Fear Rattata.
Yeah.
Which, at that, like, he didn't come up with Fear Rattata, but he made it really well known with that video.
Yeah.
What, a level 1 Rattata against level 100 things? What is this? It uses, Endure or whatever, Focus Sash.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Focus Sash and then Destiny Vine or whatever that is that makes it so that you get to the same number of hit points. And then it uses Quick Attack and you're done. It's like, what?
He used Focus Sash, which left him at 1 HP, and then Endeavor, which brought that Pokemon down to 1 HP.
That's the move, Endeavor, yep.
Yep, and then Quick Attack, instant knockout. It was awesome.
That was really cool.
I tried to replicate it myself when I was a kid, but I couldn't do it. Because I was too dumb to understand everything.
That was such a fun video. Like, that was such a long time ago, but man, it's still just such a... I still chuckle about Fear Rattata. You know, it doesn't, like, really competitively, it doesn't really work, because there's so many things that can beat it, but just the surprise factor, since no one really knew much about it then, the surprise factor was just priceless. Just so priceless. And
then everything competitive is now all that sameness, and then I lost interest in competitive play. Yeah. Yeah, that does, but that happens, I think, in most competitive formats eventually. Like, it eventually hits a point where there's a lot of the same things, which really what that means is it's time for something new to show up, you know? Something new to mix it up a bit. It's like, I don't know. I like using my own sets and stuff and be creative with it, but I realize that making your own sets is just, like, everyone's just gonna laugh and make fun of you for doing that. Well, I mean, depends on, you know, what your objective is, you know? Like, what I've been working on, well, I haven't been working on it much lately because I had so many different videos going on that I haven't had much time to work on my competitive team. But, like, it's a semi-competitive. Like, it is a good team build, but it's also designed to be more fun than super serious. Like, I don't plan on winning big tournaments with it, but I do plan on being able to, you know, compete a little bit. Yeah. Which is cool. I've lost my competitive drive, but it's still there to an extent where I don't mind playing with friendlies and stuff, but not in my prime. Yeah. Ali says, Joey sensed people were discussing Rattatas and called me to talk about this. Yeah, I bet Joey's Rattata can pull off Fear. I bet it can do it. It's funny because in my game, youngster Joey makes a return. Oh, does he? He does. Actually, it's youngster Joey's cousin, who also likes Rattatas and shorts. That's great. That's great. I can't wait to play your game. How's that going, by the way? How far are you from a
Some demo action going on.
I'm getting pretty close. I have to do some eventing in the largest city in the game, which
That's
is
fun.
Either that or I just be all like, after all those scenes play out, you can't go back until after something happens, and that kind of like that'd be pretty nice as a shortcut for the time being.
Right, maybe just for like a demo version kind of thing.
And it's like you can't go back there until after you get on with the story and stuff.
Yeah, that happens. That does do it. Oh man.
Oh, Sunkern, why are you so useless?
I know. Of course, I kind of wouldn't have minded Sunkern, as opposed to what I got here as my encounter was a Caterpie, which, I mean, not the worst thing either, but I don't know. It would have been kind of fun to have something a little less common than a Caterpie.
You know, speaking of Sunkern, there's this Pokemon card that makes Sunkern look like it's the most evil, demented thing I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, I have to find it because I remember posting it on Reddit somewhere. It's hilarious.
That sounds cool. Man, the Pokemon
yeah,
card game, that's something I have not played in ages. I wonder if it'd be any fun to do. Like, I wonder if that's any fun of this format at the moment, if it's any fun.
The card game?
Yeah.
Card game is pretty fun. I like playing on TCGO from time to time and just have some casual trading card game fun.
Yeah. Or what was it? The TCG VGC? Or the TCG video game, remember that one?
Yeah, the trading card game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is also a really great game.
It seemed like it from what I saw.
Yep. Unfortunately, we weren't able to continue the stream until I get some progress done with my game.
Yeah. Just on hold. It's all good.
Also,
it's all good.
Do you allow links in your chat?
I think so. I don't think I've disallowed anything. Okay. So yeah.
I'm gonna post the image real fast. It's really funny.
Oh boy.
It's literally like Sunkern looking off into the distance like a nuclear explosion happened. It's just like, yeah, I did that.
Okay, for everyone who wants to see this, I might be able to put it up here because of the way I'm doing this.
He's okay. Like, yes, I made the world.
That's great. That's great.
I love that card.
That's funny. That's pretty great. It's like, hello, this is my world. Oh, that's fun.
Meanwhile, a legion of Sunkern followers is behind it.
You know, there is like, I'm fighting kind of a legion of Sunkerns right now, so that could be. So you know what I've been? Ooh, that's kind of dicey here. Hold on.
I just remembered something in Super Mystery Dungeon. Have you ever heard of the for We Are Legion, We Are One? Have you ever heard of that?
Yep.
Thing?
Oh yeah.
In Super Mystery Dungeon, they literally pull the I am Legion, for we are one.
Wow. Getting like, serious.
I was like, oh my, that is crazy.
They went there, huh?
Yeah, it gets pretty dark, like, when you get, like, towards the end of the game. Like, it gets really dark.
Yeah, Chalk leveled up. Nice. Chalk wants to learn Water Gun. That sounds worth it.
But that's as much spoilers as I'm going to give away for Super Mystery Dungeon.
That's probably good. Alright, so what does Curse do when you're not a ghost type again? It boosts a bunch of stuff. Like, it drops... What does it do again?
Drops speed, increases attack and defense.
Attack and defense. Okay. So
it's pretty good, actually, if your Pokemon is already slow. It's like, it's not going to win any foot races anytime soon. Right.
Like, I know I've had that on, what was it? On Snorlax. Okay. I think I'm gonna replace Growl with Water Gun. I don't growl. Not my style.
Yeah, growling is generally not a good thing when you're fighting a very tough opponent.
Not usually. Grrr.
Growling usually make them want to kill you more.
That's I found Oh man. So speaking of card games and fun competitive stuff, something that's kind of one of my. I have a whole bunch of. If you haven't figured this out about me, everyone watching, I like to have a whole bunch of assorted projects going that I kind of like do some on and then switch around and do other things. It's just kind of, that's how I'm happiest, is having a bunch of assorted projects. But one project I keep like kind of tinkering around with is this, it's actually a deck building game based on my book series, the Enoch Tales. Which I want to, like, I'm actually getting it close to where, like, it could be really, really cool. And so I might have to pull that out sometime and do some, like, playtesting with people. Try and make it happen. 'Cause that'd be fun. Deck building games seem kind of cool. I haven't done a lot of them myself. Have you ever done any deck building games, Dylan?
What are those?
Those are the ones where you don't like collect the cards and then build a deck. You buy like a box set and it has all of the cards in the set in it, and then you start out and you, like, in the course of play, add cards to your deck. So, like, as you're playing against somebody, you build your deck during the gameplay. Like, there's like an in-game currency, like these certain cards are like money and you can use them to buy things from the communal whole set of things.
Oh, well, I have definitely not ever played a game like that before.
I haven't really played many, but I've read a lot about them, and I think for, like, an indie card game, I think it's a good way to go, because you don't have to worry about having, like, as many cards, and it can be really cool.
Sounds pretty unique.
Yeah, the problem I run into with working on a Enoch Tales card game is graphics, because I don't have, like, any real graphics to fill cards with. Yeah. I really need to chum me up with a bunch of artists. I think that's just what it comes down to.
I make a lot of chummy friends on DeviantArt all the time.
Yeah? That's what I gotta do. I gotta hang out on DeviantArt and make a bunch of friends with people. And do that. If anyone's ever watching and they want to start doing fan art of my books, I will, like, give you mad props for fan art. It'll happen.
I live on DeviantArt.
Nice. DeviantArt's one of those things I've never really done much with, like, at all.
There's a lot of hit or miss stuff that you'll see on DeviantArt, trust me.
Yeah,
but
the
people there are always genuinely nice, and I like talking to them.
Well, that's cool. That's always neat.
Because, like, every time I'm commissioning someone on DeviantArt, I usually almost always make friends with them. That's because I don't want to be that guy who's like, okay, here's X amount of money, make me art, and then I'll never talk to you again.
Right. Man, I was so happy because, okay, I really wanted a cartoonized version of myself for, like, a new icon and all that, which I'm sure you've seen by now. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to think, it's like, all right, I need to find, you know, some place to get some really cool, just cartoony art. And then I realized, oh, I have a buddy who, he's been working on and off on a game that he's been working on for, like, a lot of years on and off. It's not a Pokemon game, it's like a totally original game. Mm-hmm. And the primary thing he does is art for it. He's mostly the artist and animator. The actual game design is, like, second for him. And he has a very good kind of cartoony style. So I was just like, hey, dude, what's up? Like, hey, would you feel like making a cartoon of me? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to make a cartoon of you. And boom, done.
I wish it was that easy for me, where I'd just be like, hey, you want to make artwork for my game? No, I gotta pay for it? Okay.
Right. I think I hit him at just, like, the perfect time, because he was, like, really having an itch to do something creative anyway. And then I call out of the blue and offer him to do something creative. Like, it worked out really good. It was a good scenario.
Meanwhile, my current profile picture on Twitter is one of the skit faces for Vivian. Which is one of the funniest ones, which is why I chose it to be that one.
Yeah, I noticed it was different. You changed it, right?
Yeah, because you haven't played Tales of Symphonia before, but there's a thing in the Tales games. It's a recurring thing. It's the skits, where it's basically like these scenes of dialogue where there's these images that'll appear, and they're almost always funny.
Yeah.
And that's what one of the images is on my Twitter picture, is just one of those frames of animation.
Nice. That sounds fun.
They're, like, animating frames and stuff. There's, like, I already animated all of them now, but they're generally pretty funny.
That's fun. Oh man, so much training to do. That's the one drawback to doing a party switch like this, is a lot of training. But it'll be fun. It's a nice new group of Pokemons.
When you get around to playing my game, you're gonna have to do more than just party switching for training. Like changing characters and training those characters up.
So how does that work? Because I remember on some of the like sample videos you showed that you have a party of different people, each with their own Pokemon, right?
Yep.
That sounds so cool.
Because like essentially what it is that it's like your traditional JRPG where you have your human party and whatnot, but you can get along the way, and each one of those characters has their own set of Pokemon that you can expand on and add more Pokemon into and train them up.
Sounds really neat. Like, that's a neat mix of different game concepts right there. I like it.
And then what you could do is, like, for each character, they can be geared towards a specific role if you want. Like, one could be super offensive with physical attacks, one for special, and one for defense.
That's cool. When you're in like trainer battles, can you can only use the one trainer's Pokemon, or can you switch between like any of them?
You can assign one of the other characters as a partner that you can use in a double battle, and they'll fight alongside you.
That's cool. That sounds fun. I'm actually really anxious to play that.
But like for some reason, in later versions of the game, that the partner thing is completely useless until I can get someone who knows how to program better than me.
Right. That is the issue there, is the programming.
Yep. Originally it did work, but I don't know what happened along the way. It just kind of stopped working.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a discussion for folks watching, and that's Chalk's future. Slowpoke can evolve into either Slowbro or Slowking, right?
Yep.
What should I do?
For me, I always like Slowbro because it's got bro in the name.
Bro?
Yep.
And Chalk is a male, so that would be appropriate to have him as a bro.
Or you can make him a king. You can be a bro or a king.
That's true. That's true. You could be a king. Well, I don't know.
I think for Slowking, I think you need to trade it.
I think that could be doable. Because, okay, in this generation, can you do online trading, or is it just,
Oh, the Wi-Fi is no longer available for the DS games.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. But that's okay. I'm sure I can arrange something. I'm like physically close to enough people who, I could find someone who's got any of the compatible games around that I'm sure I can manage to do trading stuff. It's not like in Fire Red where it's like I don't even think I have the cables to trade Game Boy Advance games anymore, nonetheless finding someone who I can do it with. With this, it's recent enough, I'm pretty sure I can manage that.
Or you can just use your other DS and trade between those.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, if I just need another Pokemon game of that generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I need to get anyway, because after I finish HeartGold, I'm either gonna do like an Omega Ruby Nuzlocke, or possibly at some point I'm gonna do a blind Diamond or Pearl Nuzlocke.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend Nuzlocke for first time with Diamond and Pearl, especially with how that game is.
Oh, but you see, that's the good stuff right there. Oh, hey, my mom's in the chat. Hi, Mom. Yeah, but you see, like, doing it blind, a blind Nuzlocke, like, I might very well die, but it'd be kind of fun, you know? Like, you don't always get a chance anymore to do blind Nuzlocks of games.
Yeah.
And since I've got this brilliant opportunity, since I haven't even touched, like, 2 generations. But, yeah, I might do either Omega Ruby or Diamond or Pearl next. So the point is I don't have Diamond or Pearl right now, but I'm gonna need to get them anyway. So I could do that.
I would recommend that if you do get around to playing Black and White, that you should do it traditional.
You think so?
Yeah, because the game is very, very story intensive. I say story quotation marks. It's like it's got a story, but it's not fantastic by any means. It's good for Pokemon, I guess, but The game seems like it's very appropriate for first time non-Nuzlocke play, and if you want to do a Nuzlocke again, you can do it that way. I don't know. It seems like Black and White is more geared towards traditional in a sense, just because of its very RPG-esque kind of gameplay.
That is true, but I don't know. I love the idea of once I have played it, I can never do a blind Nuzlocke of it again. I don't know if I want to lose that possibility. You know, that could make it interesting.
That's true.
Oh man, well this is cool. So my mom's hanging out in the chat. That's always fun. That was a good addition. Hold on, wait. I gotta get my hat. Ta-da! Haha. My mom's
seeing like 30 seconds.
What's that?
30 seconds behind.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta see if I can get this under. Gotta get it under my find some kind of setup. That's the one drawback with trying to record in hats.
I'm actually wearing my.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I was. I thought I was wearing my Eevee hat for a second. I was like, oh wait, no, never mind.
Oh yeah, that Nidoking hat that my mom made is looking really cool.
I love the Pokemon hats.
Yeah, they're awesome. She does a really good job too. Yeah, Ollie's got a really cool looking Sableye hat on the way, which is fantastic.
I remember the first time I saw Sableye, I could never pronounce his name. I always call it Sibeli or something really out there.
Nice.
And I didn't even know what Sableye even was.
Sableye's cool. I like Sableye. I kind of want a Sableye hat now.
Sableye is pretty cool. I remember the first time I played Pokemon Sapphire, my brother made me use Sableye, and I quickly started to like it.
Nice. It's just like, I don't know what it is about Sableye, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like a lot of those weird human-shaped type Pokemon. Like, I like Scyther, I like Magmar, I like Sableye.
I remember one other reason why I like Sableye is because it was based off the Hopkinsville Goblin.
Really? I did not know what Sableye is based off of.
Yeah, it was a reported alien sighting in, I don't remember where it was. I think it was Chile or some European country. I can't remember, but I always thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Speaking of aliens, I recently got back into rewatching Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman because I am a nerd.
I think I say, speaking of aliens, I was just abducted the other night.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice,
A couple of my internal organs are missing, but it's no matter.
Very cool. Speaking of aliens, I'm working on there's aliens in my new book coming out. Be fun.
Aliens.
Aliens. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Well, I feel like this training is going slowly but surely. I'm focusing on Chalk right now because he's kind of a crowd favorite. That's why you notice I put him on the top of the layout because he was one of the ones that several people were like, put Chalk in, we want to see Chalk. So,
for a second, I almost thought that when I was reading Chalk's name in the upper left, for a second I thought it was like chat, but with like an extra A.
It's chat! Chat! Nice. Very nice. Oh, man. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I kind of like the idea of keeping Eevee as an Eevee. What does everyone else think about not evolving Eevee? Like, I don't know, I could see that as being an interesting way to go.
Speaking of Eevee, I still have to say one of my favorite Eevee sprites has to be its seldom seen Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald sprite.
Really?
Yeah, like if you played Ruby and Sapphire, you will know that you will hardly ever see any Generation 1 or 2 Pokemon, and when you do see them, like if you got them through a trade or through Coliseum, their sprites look really weird.
Oh.
Yeah, they have very, very strange looking sprites. It's so funny.
Yikes. Browse wants to learn the move Block. What does Block do?
I think it prevents Pokemon from retreating.
That sounds kind of lame.
Yeah. That, or I think it prevents the opponent from using a move that you also have. That, or I'm thinking of some other move. It's one of the two.
Yeah, it prevents them from retreating.
Okay. So it's like mean look, except less mean.
Yeah, less mean. I don't really know if I want that. It sounds kind of lame.
Yeah, you're not giving them the stink eye, so that way they don't leave.
Right. I mean, I guess I could get rid of flail at some point too, because I don't like flail, but I don't want block. Well then. Well then. All right. So today is a good day at the Crux house. Today is cookie making day. So we're going to be making some cookies. Well, the wife's going to be making some cookies. I'm going to be eating some cookies while she makes them.
You're going to be appreciating the cookies.
Exactly. I'll be appreciating it. But that's always a fun day. Always a fun day. See, I'm thinking about getting Chalk up to level 15 or so, and then switching out for training up one of the other low-level folks. I think Fraus is going to get a lot of action, just for switch training purposes.
Fraus sounds fairly German, so I imagine Sudowoodo is also German.
That'd be great, having a German accent.
Uh,
It does sound very German, though, you're right. I can't remember what... I know... They're all based on different mythologies. The problem is I forget what some of those mythologies are they're based off of. But I know Fraus was one of those. It was a god of, like, or a goddess of deceit or something. Like treachery and lies and such, and which I thought, since Sudowoodo is like a fake tree, I thought it was kind of appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of German, I'm going to be going to Germany next
You're going
summer.
to Germany? When?
This summer.
Wow, what are you doing in Germany?
I'll be staying with a couple friends of mine, just enjoying the German life for a little bit. Just kind of like staying there for about a couple months during the summer.
That sounds awesome. Sounds really cool. Me and the family want to take a vacation to France, not this summer, but next summer.
Oh, I don't know about that, with the recent events going on there.
Well, that's just recent. We're talking 2 years in the future. That's
Okay.
not a thing to worry about. But we were planning about this before any of that happened too.
Okay, because I was about to say, hopefully it's not within the next few months or so.
No, not within the next few months. Not within the next few months. Yeah, Chak is a Mayan rain deity. I think that is right, a free clan. But yeah, good stuff. Germany, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. That is cool.
As soon as I said, mm-hmm, Liver, Sun, the Moon said, mm-hmm.
She's imitating you on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. That is cool.
I see you turn the animations off while grinding. That is a smart move.
Yes. And the problem is, I usually remember to turn off the animations while grinding. The problem is I usually forget to turn them back on when I'm done. So, like, I start the next episode after one of these streams, and it's still off. I'm like, wait, no! Must have the animations on for the actual recording.
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many times I've done that when I did my walkthrough of Pokemon Dark Energy on my channel.
Yeah.
Because I'd be grinding off screen, and then I'd start recording, and then like I'd be like, I forgot to turn the animations back on.
Oh yeah.
And I think I actually counted like 20 episodes I did that.
I know I've done it on at least 3 occasions, which out of the, like, I don't know, 21 episodes of the series so far, that's a pretty decent amount.
Name's Flareon Efreet. That's pretty funny.
That would, yeah, I've heard, I saw your comment about that, Freak Clan, and if I did name it, or if I did evolve Eevee into Flareon, that's probably the name I would go with. And I thought about Flareon, because I don't have any good fire types, like, anywhere in my team. I've got other types pretty well covered. The problem is I've heard some stuff that Flareon's
Move pool.
Yeah, it's more of like a special attack, or a physical attack or whatever, and doesn't really get any good stuff.
Yeah, like, if you want to get Flareon with the good stuff, you gotta breed for it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get Flare Blitz until X and Y for some reason.
Yeah, so I don't know if I will, but I would love a fire type. Like, I think a fire type would round out this team very nicely.
Indeed.
But
I'm biased, so I like Eevee the way it is.
Yeah. And that is a unique idea. Like, I kind of want to do some things a little more unique in this playthrough. Like, doing just a sudden complete party change is kind of not as common of a thing. I think it's just kind of fun. Having a non-evolved Eevee could be kind of cool.
Also, it's adorable. So
it is adorable. That is true.
And so, like, whenever you defeat Pokemon with Eevee, it'd be doing it in the cutest way possible.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. My mom's thinking, can you show a picture here? If you have it uploaded somewhere, you can post a link. I have not disabled links in my chat right now, so you can post a link. Just, you know, don't nobody be abusing this privilege, because otherwise I will change it. But yeah, if you post a picture or if you post a link, Mums, then we can see it.
Also, on the topic of Eevee, how many Nuzlocke playthroughs have you seen where the player didn't evolve Eevee?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never seen that, which is kind of cool. Like, I've never seen a non-evolved Eevee in a Nuzlocke playthrough. So that could be unique and fun.
It would be. Also, since in HeartGold SoulSilver, your mom spends money. Did you have the thing where your mom?
Your mom. Yeah, I did have her spend my money.
Okay, because since Eevee is quite frail, she can get these berries that reduce the power of super effective moves. And since Eevee's only weak against fighting types, you can give that berry to Eevee so that way it can't die from a super effective hit, physical attack in one go. So it gives it some extra room for error, if you will.
That's cool. And return would be stab too.
Yeah. Does your Eevee have adaptability by chance?
I don't know. I'll check that. I'll check after this battle.
Because adaptability is probably one of, if not the best, abilities in Pokemon.
What does that one do?
If you have a move that's stab, it doesn't do 50% more damage, it does double damage.
That's right. I do know that, yeah.
It is very powerful, and only a very few amount of Pokemon have that ability.
Yeah, Mega Beedrill, I think, has that, which is one of the things that, in my competitive team I was working on, it relies on Mega Beedrill. And that adaptability with U-turn. Let's see, what do you got? Let's eat, no, it has Runaway.
Oh, that's disappointing. But it's still very powerful in itself, though, with Return.
Right.
Just Return is still very powerful.
Right.
But if you did have it with adaptability, that would be pretty good.
That would be amazing. So double damage return. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And adaptability is what made Mega Lucario banned in competitive play.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Okay, looks like we have a link. We have a Nidoking hat.
That is an awesome Nidoking hat, I will admit.
Wow, look at that. Hang on, let me try and see if I can fit this into the chat or visibility a little bit better. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, folks. Tell me that's not a pretty cool hat right there. That's pretty impressive. Alright. Get back to the game here. That is really cool. That is pretty cool.
It is pretty boss.
Looks like she's got some more. I know she showed me a couple different angle pictures of it. Like, there's so much going on with that hat. It's really cool.
So, today you're going to be streaming at 3 o'clock, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, because I got a lot of... I didn't get any of this training done in time, because normally today is when my heart gold goes up, but I didn't have anything trained up, so I'm like, oh, shoot, I don't have anything to do yet for recording yesterday. So I thought, well, I'll just do a whole bunch of streaming today instead of the regular scheduled episode.
And I'm also starting up my own Nuzlocke playthrough on my own channel, which is...
Really?
Yep, it's called Pokemon Gold Christmas edition, where since it's coming up close to Christmas season.
Yup.
I decided to do that because it just seemed very appropriate.
Nice. What is this Christmas edition about?
It's basically just Pokemon Gold and Silver, but Christmas themed.
Oh, cool. Well, that sounds fun.
And it does add some unique and funny and interesting things to the game. It's actually pretty cool.
That sounds fun. So you're doing that on your channel then?
Yep.
That'll be fun. I'll have to check that out. Oh, my mom's wondering, late to the party, why does Eevee on the left have question mark for name? Because I have not yet named it. And you know, this might be a good time. Now, if someone could do me a favor, I know in the comments on one of my old videos, I'm going to have to look through it, either me or somebody. Going to look through, because there was an idea. It might have even been Ollie's idea, so she might have it handy. But, about a god or goddess that was multifaceted, that kind of drew on that multifaceted. Because I'm here in Goldenrod, so I could rename this Eevee right now. And I think if I'm going to keep... Because I like the idea, I'm going to go with the idea of not evolving Eevee. And I think then something that, you know... It's like this Eevee has the potential of all of the types in there. Which could be pretty fun to go with. See, Freak Clan's thinking of sending me my most loved Zelda game when I get a GameCube. Oh, cool. What Zelda game's your favorite? Because there could be a lot of really cool Zelda games for GameCube.
Most likely Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker was really good. Twilight Princess.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Twilight Princess was a thing on the GameCube.
Yep, it was.
And it was
Brahma.
It was also way better on the GameCube.
Yeah. Opinion. I've heard, because didn't they have to, like, mirror everything on the Wii?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes it different. Yeah, that's right, Ollie. Brahma. 4 faces, 4 arms. Yeah, I like that. So I think I'm going to name this Eevee Brahma.
Is it a male or female Eevee by chance?
I think it's a male. I will double check, though.
Female Eevee for the win.
Oh, a Freak Clan, Twilight Princess. Oh, that's really cool of you. Yeah, if you, I'll let you know, I do plan on getting a GameCube. And if I don't currently have Twilight Princess, so if that's ever something you do want to donate, I would be happy to do that and credit you for it, because I love Twilight Princess. Or at least what I've seen of it is cool. Okay, so it is a male Eevee.
Oh. Because I'm always for a female Eevee, just because I'm a total geek like that, and whenever I play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, my partner is always a female Eevee.
Nice. I have not played any Mystery Dungeon games.
They're the most beautiful, artistic games you'll ever play.
Really?
Trust me, no other RPG has actually openly made me cry before. No game has ever made me cry, except for Mystery Dungeon.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I might have to.
Because those endings, I'm not going to say anything about the endings, but those endings are so sad and depressing that you will cry.
I know I've seen some of the endings from Gates to Infinity, because Matthew was really into the Maryland's playthrough of that. So I've seen some of the ending from that. I mean, I saw it all out of order, but it did seem pretty intense.
But the thing is that what Mystery Dungeon games do is that they have a huge emphasis on story and character building, especially with your partner. Like, you get so attached to your partner.
Right.
And when it gets to the end of the game, it just comes full circle, and you're like, oh no, now that things are getting really sad.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm officially renaming this Eevee Brahma. Was it Brahma? Yeah, Brahma, yep. I'm officially doing it. Since I'm here anyway, this is the perfect time to do it.
Also, on the topic of Mystery Dungeon real fast, if you ever get the chance, I'd highly recommend you start with Red and or Blue Rescue Team.
Yeah?
Blue Rescue Team, since you have my 3DS capture card.
Mm-hmm.
And
right here, actually.
if you want to do this, you could do a Deathlock series of Mystery Dungeon where, and trust me, Red and Blue Rescue Team is the hardest of the Mystery Dungeon games.
Yikes!
It's so unfair. It is traditional roguelike.
Yikes!
So what you could do is a Deathlock series where if you die, it's game over.
Oh, that sounds intense.
Like, when they got to the second generations of Mystery Dungeon games, it was actually pretty fair in its difficulty. Still kind of hard, but fair. The first generation is unfair.
They made it. They just went too far.
Oh, my brother and I would tell you for hours of how long we spent on one of the two mountains in that game and how many times we died.
Oh, man, that sounds cool though. See, it looks like Apelkas12, I probably terribly missaid that, also agrees that I really have to do a Mystery Dungeon game. So I think that's going to have to happen, from the sounds of it, it's going to have to happen.
Also to Apelkas, the new Super Mystery Dungeon is actually really hard as well. It's a huge throwback to the originals, where they actually made the game not watered down like Gates to Infinity, and it's actually really hard.
Which is cool.
Yeah, because Gates to Infinity, I feel that was, like, it's the most lackluster Mystery Dungeon game, because they were, like, trying to get used to the hardware and stuff, and trying to introduce it to a younger audience to make it easier.
Right, because I know that one actually my son has, and he's played that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I can see what they were doing with it, but they took out a lot of features from mainly the second generation of Mystery Dungeon games that I really liked. And so it's generally my least favorite, especially with how simple, easy, and... I've
actually heard a lot of people say Gates to Infinity was just not the best of the batch.
Yeah, it had the coolest name, though. In Japanese, it was called Magna Gate and the Infinite Labyrinth. That's a cool name.
That is a cool name.
But it did not deliver.
That's too bad.
Yeah. I never even beat the game, because I just...
Yeah, no, I can see that.
But Super Mystery Dungeon fixes all those problems. It's my second favorite Mystery Dungeon game. Nice. With the Mega Evolution.
Ooh, there's Mega Evolution in there?
Yeah, because what the game has is, like, have you played Final Fantasy VII before?
Yeah, I've played some of it. I haven't finished it.
Okay, you know the materia in Final Fantasy VII?
Yep.
They have that in Super Mystery Dungeon. I'm not kidding you.
Nice. You see, when I saw stuff about Mystery Dungeon, it looked like they had the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X is what I thought I was seeing there.
But, like, there's these things that you get, it's called looplets, and you can put these things that you find in the dungeon called emeras, which is basically what I like to refer to as materia. And they can basically give you, like, different typps of abilities and bonuses and stuff, like... You can make you immune to status effects. And
materia.
Yeah,
nice.
And there's one that makes you Mega Evolve or Awaken, which is like Trance from Final Fantasy IX.
Nice! Man, so they're pulling out all the Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Trance from Final Fantasy IX? Yeah. It looks like the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool stuff. So I just took a look at the time, and just a heads up, everybody, probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be wrapping up the stream, the morning stream. And I'll be meeting again this afternoon at, right now it's almost noon, and my next one is going to be at my time, at least. It's going to be about 3. So about 3 hours from now, I'll be starting up another stream.
I might be there.
Yeah, because I like having Dylan hang out with me. It's fun. I enjoy doing stuff with Dylan. He's a cool dude. I'm looking forward to doing this series with him. This bro-op.
Yep. The funny name, like, the funny story behind that name was that my friend and I, when we were in high school, whenever we would co-op games together, because him and I were like bros, and we would...
Right.
Like, whenever we would co-op a game, we call it bro-opping.
Nice. Nice. And since I am often known as Maryland's bro, and you're doing a co-op with the bro from Maryland's bro, it's kind of like a bro-op.
Yep. Let me fell in my room there for a second.
Sure.
You're gonna bro-op.
Bro-op. I hope the whole thing doesn't blow up in our faces.
Yeah.
Get it? Get it?
Uh.
Oh, that was bad. That was really bad.
Knee slapper.
It really was. It really was. Oh. All right. Well, this is good stuff. So, man, guys, it's almost Thanksgiving. That's kind of crazy.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to enjoy Thanksgiving since I have to work on that day.
You have to work? Oh, that's brutal.
Yep.
Brutal.
Yep, I have to work Wednesday night, and then I have to work Thursday morning.
Yikes.
I guess I could enjoy it in the afternoon, but...
Yeah, there's still a whole lot of day left after that.
Yep. And then I have to work Friday.
Ollie, in response to our jokes, I'm gonna need you to stop. Stop. That's great. Oh, the bad puns. They will never stop.
So, since you're streaming again at 3 p.m., I might stop by because I ain't got anything else better to do before work, so I might as well.
Nice, nice. Well, I enjoy having you. That one might be a longer stream. It might be about another hour. Usually I stream for about an hour.
Yeah.
Has my screen frozen? Okay, I thought it froze. I need this freeze for a moment. All right. So Confusion. Chalk wants to learn Confusion. That's nice.
Confusion's pretty good. For Slowpoke.
Let's see. Should I get rid of Tackle, probably? Of course, then Curse is... If I get rid of Tackle, Curse is kind of useless. Because if Curse increases...
Attack and defense.
Attack and defense. I don't know if that's very helpful if mostly I have special attacks.
Well, the thing is that later on, Slowpoke will be able to learn Calm Mind, which is basically like Curse, but better for Slowpoke.
Okay.
So in the long run, it'd get better benefit if you could get Calm Mind, which I don't remember where you get it in HeartGold, SoulSilver, that, or I think it learns it naturally.
That could be.
I could look it up.
Well, I think for now I'm going to get rid of Tackle, because I really don't need Tackle.
Yeah.
Curse just might not be very helpful anyway at the moment, but I know I'm not going to need Tackle, so I'm just going to be gone with it. Rainbow Gamer. What up, Rainbow Gamer? Fortunately, you're joining us near the end of this stream. This one's just wrapping up pretty soonly here. But we will be doing another stream if you want to hang out while we do some grinding. Grind it like coffee beans. We're going to do some more in another 3 hours or so. We'll start up another stream. As long as we don't cross the streams.
Grind it like the Kroger meat that you find that's practically sawdust.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. Alright. Slowpoke can only get Calm Mind via TM. That is a little bit of a shame. So I'm glad I didn't get rid of Curse then. Quite yet. Grinding montage. Yep.
I can't remember where you get Calm Mind in HeartGold, SoulSilver, but it's genuinely very good to have for Slowpoke.
That sounds good. Yeah. Alright, well I think this is where I'm going to wrap things up for now. I'm going to save quick so we don't lose our data.
Oh, you can't get it till post-game?
Oh, that's lame. Lame! So this has been really fun, folks. Everyone who's been hanging out in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. Dylan, thank you for joining me in your commentary. Always fun.
It's always a pleasure. And
we will do this again. Like I say, I have another stream planned in about 3 hours or so. Do some more training. And getting a little further, getting this new team set up and going. So I will see you folks on about 3 hours. Catch you then, everybody. Thank you again for joining me.
See you later, everybody.